Hey everyone, so for week 3 we focused on leadership skills, and the first thing I did with this was do the leadership skills questionnaire, and based on my answers for that I found that I fell into the category of being a conceptual leader, which means that I can think creatively and analyze complicated and abstract ideas and looked at the unit as a whole rather than individually. How I would function as a manager is I would be very open to the views of others and take into consideration their thoughts, because I think units need to work as a whole. It's just not one person being responsible for everything. I definitely value teamwork. Everyone working together typically has more positive results and less negativity within the environment. So I think everyone working together well is definitely a positive quality. Staffing is always an issue, so making sure that everyone's needs are met and that patients are adequately taken care of. In our textbook, we look at some skills that are needed for management and some skills that I would use as a manager. Would be organizing. Like the higher needs would be placed first. Patient care is definitely among one of the higher needs, and staff satisfaction. So placing those things that are of greater need higher, and then working down into things that still need to be addressed but aren't as important on a scale. Directing, so that would be leading and motivating your team. Definitely being on top and still making the decisions, but like I said, taking into consideration everything that your staff has to say, and motivating others to be involved with education, be involved with other staff, and involved with any offers that the hospital has, like team building exercises and any educational kind of meetings. Coordinating is another skill that I would use, such as meetings, to kind of give updates on the unit, any changes that are being made, taken to request anything that the staff has to say as far as changes that can be made, and anything like in our meetings we address rumors going around or results from surveys, any upcoming things that we need to keep an eye out for as changes on the unit, and then ask for any input as far as like what the staff has to say is working well or what could stand to be improved. But then again, still being very open to all of the input and changes that could potentially be made. I found an article that talked about transdisciplinary teams, and it conducted a study using face-to-face interviews that focused on what makes a successful transdisciplinary team. And so they found 3 top qualities: the client population, opportunities for communication with colleagues, and having a certain organizational structure. And I think those are all 3 things that would help me be a successful manager in a team as well. Having good interaction with colleagues such as the doctors, your nurses, everyone present in our hospital unit definitely would lead for a better team. And also having a good organizational structure. So having a good plan and path to follow as far as like who takes care of what and who to seek help from in times of need would be a good way to keep organized within our unit. So as far as, let's see, what structure I prefer, I chose the horizontal structure because like I said, I focus on greater needs first, and using different departments to work together. So in this, I would have to communicate with the different levels and departments that I would have to communicate with as a manager are, we have RNs, surgical techs, technicians, the doctors, we have interpreters, just all the different staff positions that we have. I feel like that's how I would communicate with them best. And like I said, putting the greater needs of the unit first and really seeing like what works best for everyone. So it'd kind of be, you'd have to, as a manager, look on what happened in the past and see what worked positive and take that into account. So I think that's all I have. Thank you.